Welcome to one of the most unique and amazing income producing properties in America that will be auctioned off on April 29th, 2017. This extraordinary property features a 9-hole executive golf course, a 7,500 person amphitheater, a 100-unit campground, 200 tent sites, an Olympic-sized swimming pool, a full restaurant with state-of-the-art draft equipment, gourmet kitchen, and multiple event areas all over the property. 2 large pavilions and multi-purpose golf course. It's also become a learning center. In the learning center, we have international interns from around the globe come and help and manage and take care of the property in over 100 different disciplines. In the past few years, we've also filmed television and reality shows. There are so many great sets and opportunities that it's just made it available, and the state offers a 30% tax credit, which makes it very affordable to film in the state of Illinois. The Champion Executive Golf Course is multi-purpose. It has the availability for regular golf, disc golf, soccer golf, and night golf. The campground is well established and set up so that the camping and RV can drive in and drive out. In the process of that, tenting is available all over the property. The golf course can also be multi-purposed for festivals and things where the campground can be extended onto various fairways of the golf course, adding up to 2,000 RV sites for short and weekend festivals and fairs. Hillcrest also has nearly a mile of hiking trails, well groomed and taken care of, and all the life is documented on the property, including flowers, plants, trees, and animal. The aquatic life as well. The Olympic-sized swimming pool holds 450 people with enough deck space for large parties. There's also tables and chairs and lounges. Food and beverage can be served all throughout the pool. To extend it into the event area and make it larger, the pool fence can be dropped down and opened it up to about 5,000 people. It makes it great for all types of events. The event pavilion area is 2 pavilions. One holds as many as 800 people in and around the pavilion, and the other one around 150 or so. The property is a certified conservation and tree farm. It raises multiple crops throughout the property and finds lots of ways of increasing visitors and skills throughout the property. These crops will be discussed a little bit later. The restaurant sports club also would allow gaming, a form of gambling in the state of Illinois. This unique and amazingly fun income-producing property is going to be sold. The land value alone is $600,000. The ginseng crop that's planned to be harvested in 2020 is valued at $500,000 to $750,000. Personal property could have a value of up to $250,000. Gaming and liquor licensing sales could be $500,000, and membership program was outlined and can be initiated to raise close to $1 million per year just in dues. Some of the best uses of the property. This property does not have to be completely activated. It can be set up to run one or multiple departments. In doing so, a family could operate it, or a large corporation. Or it can just hold 1 or 2 festivals a year to generate more than enough income to take care of any kind of cash flow or profitability. Included in the sale is all personal property, including restaurant equipment, table service, state-of-the-art bar and draft system, walk-in cooler and freezer, pool chase lounge, outdoor tables and chairs, and event tables. The golf course equipment, tractors, top dressers, chemical sprayers, fairway mowers, tee mowers, compressors, generator tools, lawn tools, spreaders, everything that you would need to run and operate a golf course is there. While the equipment is a little bit older, it's all functional and ready to take care of the property. There's also some event props there for Easter, the Haunted Woods, which is one of the biggest events at the event center, picnic tables, fire rings for all the campgrounds, and other party-themed props. This property could easily be used as a single-family residence with an Olympic pool and a private golf course. The clubhouse can easily be converted into a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a gourmet kitchen and open concept living, dining, fireplace, walkout patio, and more. The property, land, building, and infrastructure replacement cost value is just over $5 million. The estimated value of personal property is $250,000. It has a well over $1 million in cost for everything that's on the property now. And the ginseng crop, again, which will be harvested in 2020, is valued at $500,000 to $750,000 and can be insured by the federal government. There are plenty of revenue opportunities, and at the end I'll show you a link to even more. But your food and beverage and catering can be very big. The kitchen can produce thousands of meals if necessary. The campground, which can be run like a hotel, can offer campers in and out. The campground is well listed throughout the industry in all directories, camping reservation systems, and things like that. Hillcrest is also listed as a film location in the state of Illinois, but filming your own, whether they're television shows, features, or anything else, all can be very profitable. Running a membership program on the facility. One was designed for blue-collar workers and union members, which basically would make country club living very affordable for a family, with as little as $99 a year and $50 per month. A $500 application fee can easily be waived to entice people for memberships. Sponsorship opportunities are abundant, whether it's sponsorships on the golf course, the pool, the campground, or naming rights of the venue. There are lots of opportunities there for events and things like that. There are plenty of places to put signage around the property that is non-intrusive. The property is also a tree farm. Tree crops include hickory, walnut, and oak trees, pine trees as well. But there's also other crops there as well, which we'll discuss in a little bit. As a winter season comes into play, hunting has been offered on the property, and hunters have paid as much as $2,000 to hunt on the property. There's full restaurant with 120 seating, which is easily served breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's one of the only full-service restaurants in the area. The amphitheatre, which is a natural amphitheatre and part of the golf course regularly, holds 7,500 people with a nice flat area. At present, temporary staging and power is brought in for the events. Gaming is available. Through the Illinois liquor license, every establishment that holds a liquor license has the capabilities through a local vendor to bring in gaming. This gaming can be slot machines, pool tables, dart machines, and many, many more. The property is greatly suited for wedding and corporate events. The entire facility has been rented out in the past for weddings or corporate events. Corporations can rent the entire property, which would include the golf course and the campground, the restaurant, food and beverage. So the numbers can increase very quickly. In the pool operation, it's one of the only pools in the area, other than private pools, that is open and has the availability of serving alcohol and food poolside. It's great for corporate and theme parties, DJs, and things like that. People love to come and camp for the weekend and have entertainment poolside. Then you have the 9-hole executive golf course, which can be multiply used. The golf course in the past has been used as a parking lot, an event area for the Civil War and the Renaissance Fair. It's been used for disc golf, soccer golf, and night golf, all profitable. RV and tent camping holds over 100 RV spots with water and electric. A lot of these have sewer connections as well. Seasonal camping has not been offered in the recent years, but is easily offered and is brought in as much as $3,500 per campsite. Space on the property for events and camping, 2,000 can be parked on the golf course flat areas for weekend festivals and things like that. There's tent sites galore on the property that can go in there. And this last year, we arranged for the property to offer winter camping. We can host up to 20 winter campers at $450 per month per site. The potential seasonal income, April through October, just renting out daily fees and some seasonal, is $735,000. 3 to 5 spots is generally reserved for work campers who trade out a camping site for helping maintain the property. It keeps maintenance down. Food service can naturally offer anything. With the kitchen equipment that's in there and the space, it's very efficient. And seating breaks down 120 for the restaurant, 120 for the patio, 450 poolside, 400 for the pavilion with sit down at picnic tables, 100 for the smaller pavilion, up to 1,000 tent sites, and events can hold up to 10,000 people without going overboard. We do have the availability, which you'll learn a little bit later, for even larger events. The golf course can offer seasonal camping or, again, just strictly be private. But selling memberships, hole sponsors, golf tournaments, seasonal passes, golf leagues, kid camps, corporate outings, and charity events can go on and on and on. Anyone putting a lot of focus into the golf course can easily get to 100 rounds a day for 210 days of the season. And that's just in the daytime. If you're offering night golf and other events, it can even go more. The event space includes on the golf course natural amphitheaters of 7,500, 1,000, and 500 persons. A 20,000 person concert area can also easily be established on hole number 3, and 5,000 unit campground event expansion and parking for fairs and festivals, weddings, and other events. Multi-purposing allows us to do lots of events on the space of the golf course while just protecting the tees and the greens, which are also have irrigation on them. The Olympic-sized swimming pool and locker room and the pool shack can hold up to 450 people in the pool. The pool can offer a great revenue source in selling memberships, swimming lessons, water aerobics, private parties, scuba lessons, theme parties, and adult beverage sales. Was also awarded the best pool in the area in 2012. The different event areas and capacity on the property. You have an amphitheater on hole number 1 that can hold up to 500 people. The amphitheater on hole number 9 seats 1,000 people, and the amphitheater on hole number 8, 7,500. There's a clubhouse stage. The clubhouse area holds 3 seating area of 20,000 for the concert area. The Haunted Woods have a 1/2 mile of trails. One pavilion holds 600 to 800 people, the smaller pavilion 100 to 200. The main event area holds about 5,000. And the pool holds 450. Campground event area holds 300, and the conservation trails on the property are approximately 1 mile. There's lots of event space, and lots of events have taken on, from Easter to Renaissance Fair to the Illinois Barbecue Fest. There's plenty of things to do. There's horseshoes, there's sand volleyball, and our trails. Fishing, and plenty of activities as far as the conservation, bird watches, things like that. The property is also filmed television shows. Hillcrest is registered with the Illinois Film Office as an Illinois site location. Any filming on location for anything, whether it's reality shows, movies, commercials, all can register to receive a full 30% tax credit. Here's a special link to learn more. Shows filmed in the past: Midwest Biker, American Resort, American Arm Wrestling, Four Guys with Carts, and My Wedding DJ. A lot of filming takes place, and interns and students can come in to handle this, again keeping labor costs down. The 28 square foot clubhouse and restaurant and bar, chef's kitchen, 600 square foot pro shop, and 300 square feet of office, men's and ladies, open air pool, locker rooms. Each have 4 facilities for adults plus changing space in the locker rooms. In the past 4 years, the property is run at zero labor cost. Interns from around the globe, local volunteers, and work campers have been able to maintain the property completely. The family oversees the management and marketing for the past 22 years and is now retiring from the property. Interns oversee over 100 different jobs. Work campers maintain the property. Volunteers help in a number of different ways through community outreach programs, and temporary staff may be used for events and security. A membership program was put together and was recently endorsed by 3 local unions, the Pipe Fitters, the United Auto Workers, and the Teamsters Union. While this program has not been started yet, everything is in place to offer it. It offers a $499 membership with $199 per year and $50 per month, more than reasonable for any type of country club living. However, as an initial open enrollment period, you drop the price to $99 a year and $50 per month, and it's estimated in the first year that with 4 salesperson staff that we can generate nearly $1 million in revenue. Here's a complete outline for your own study and comprehensive overview. In addition to corporate employee wellness programs, health and wellness is taking over the nation for various reasons. So corporate membership allowing their employees to have access for a small monthly fee or a single visit fee can work as well to generate additional revenue. Here are a couple of maps of the event. On the far left is set up as the main event area, which can be set up as an outdoor market with vendors and things like that, all around the pavilion and close to complete services and electricity. The center map is a map of the campground and the overall structure of the property, excluding most of the golf course, but it outlines all the campsites that are available for camping. The third is a map of the golf course. Again, the campground is minute down. There are 3 ponds on the property, 2 for fishing, and the property offers a lot of seclusion for the area. Through the conservation program, the state of Illinois offers free fish for the ponds, discounts at as little as $1 a tree for planting additional trees, and other programs to help and maintain the conservation area. This is a huge plus because if you decide that you'd like to plant 1,000 walnut trees or 1,000 oak trees, you can get them. I think it's approximately $10 or $15 per 100 trees. That program has changed. It used to be free. However, ginseng has been a big crop. It is regulated by the state of Illinois. Ginseng is planted and the property is perfectly set up for it. We estimate that the first crop coming out will be 500 to 750,000 based off the number of plants that were planted. There's also wild ginseng on the property, and while we haven't completely evaluated that yet, it is still growing in there. Pine cones is a market. It's been used for a couple things. One, for local hobbies and crafts. They can be collected up and sold by the bag. However, we've also used them as a tool for camping and pine cone crafts and arts to fill the campground up. Remember, if you fill 100 sites up for $40 or $50 a night for a 3-night weekend, you're talking about some great income and revenue, and people clean up the pine cones. Whatever's left over, you sell to local merchants, and you use them for crafts. The same thing is true for pine needles is actually a crop, and there's more detailed in our reports about that. Duckweed is a weed that grows on one of our ponds. It's all organic, and it's used for volume buying and selling of a fish food or cattle food and things like that. Generally, we've just pulled it out of the pond, thrown it in a baggie, and sold it. It just generates money. Berries, there's a number of different berries that grow on the property that are all natural and wild, and we've used that again as a harvest tool to fill the campground up for a weekend or 2 while people go out and collect the berries. So even if we're not selling the berries directly, we're selling them through the campground or creating our own market for that. We have very unique mushrooms. The most popular mushroom, morels, in the area, we don't see them very much, but we do have others. We have hen of the woods, chicken of the woods, and we've identified at least a dozen other species. The 2 that have actually created revenue is hen of the woods and chicken of the woods. which have produced over $500 for a single mushroom. Walnut crops that are there, collecting the walnuts and using those as a seasonal crop. Acorns, every other year, they drop off of the tree. You do have the availability of selling a small amount of sod from the property, and even bent grass sod, if need be, can be sold off. It's very, very good crop for cash. Other things that we have is oak trees, walnut, hickory trees, and pine. Seasonal crops can be used to promote special camping packages and crafts for harvest. There's additional links within this report that can take you to complete conservation plans. Here's a list of just some of the events that have taken off from the area. The Haunted Woods, the Firefighters Chili Fest, Columbus Day, the Halloween Ball, different concerts, motorcycle rallies, night golf, Memorial Day, 4th of July, always bringing in the military and other community events, Armed Forces Weekend. Hillcrest owns all of these events, including the American Country Music Fest, the Illinois Barbecue Fest, and $1 Million Hole-in-One. It just goes on and on and on of different events that can go on there. One of the first responders is it's an appreciation week where we allow first responders and their family to come and use the property for free. We also have an Armed Forces Weekend where we do the same thing there. But you can really get creative. With the amphitheater there, bringing in nightly and weekly concerts, it can be done very reasonably because you can get very large bands for half price or even less than half on what they call routing dates. Because we're located between Chicago, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Milwaukee, and Des Moines, these acts constantly train back, and we're right at the crossroads there. So if they have a stopover date, you generally get them for 50% off or more. Some of the brands that are included with this deal is the Champion Executive Golf Course, the Hillcrest Event Center, the Illinois Barbecue Fest, the American Country Music Fest, the Motorcycle Rally and City Tour, the Youth Summer Golf Camp, Hillcrest Barbecue Pit Restaurant, the Haunted Woods, our Summer Youth Camp program, and Champion MVP Sports Club. Annual licensing on the property runs about $2,500 per year. There are two liquor licenses to be obtained, of course, your certificate of reseller. With your liquor license comes the Illinois gaming license, and you get all of your machines free of charge on a commission basis with a local vendor. The campground license, swimming pool license, public food and health license, and the agricultural license for chemical applications. That is not a license that's required if you use dry chemicals as opposed to spray or applications. The equipment does have complete spray applications available, but if you chose not to take that area, you can simply use granular and that license would not be required. The website properties that Hillcrest has is the Hillcrest Event Center, averages about 1.2 million hits per year. It's managed by a company called Course Trend in exchange for a couple rounds of golf per month. Champion MVP Sports Club, which is managed by Golf Now or the Golf Channel, which again is traded out for a couple rounds of golf. ChampionMVP.net is just forwarded to ChampionMVP.com. The Quad City Haunted Woods, Hillcrest Events, which is mainly used for email and some of our popular events there for promotions. The Illinois Barbecue Fest, the Quad City Haunted Woods, and the Quad City Haunted Forest are just forwarding domains that are packaged in this auction. Social links. Hillcrest is very well connected naturally with having interns just out of college or close to graduating from college have helped build lots of things. So there's lots of Facebook pages, lots of followers and things like that. Twitter alone, we have over 12,000 followers. In Facebook, between our pages and our mains, we're into the thousands of followers and things like that. But here are some links that you can go and check out and just see everything from youth camp to Instagram, MySpace. So they're all set up. All of the usernames and passwords will be provided in the sale. Just so you could get a better feel for the organization and what's been there and what it could be, Here are some social media links that you can go on that have different photo galleries of the golf course, the fairs and events, motorcycle rally, haunted woods, youth camp, and the like. So go check those out and see some photos. Hillcrest is located at the crossroads of two of America's busiest interstate. Interstate 80, which goes coast to coast, and Interstate 74, which runs north and south. It's also at the loop of the 280, so it's like perfect location for us. We're only 10 miles from the Quad City International Airport, but it feels like you're totally isolated once you're out there and that you're really on vacation. Hillcrest is located just 2.5 hours from downtown Chicago, 4 hours from Milwaukee, or 3 hours from Milwaukee, 4 hours to St. Louis, and 4.5 hours from Indianapolis. It's a 3-hour drive from Des Moines. So within that population there, we've got about just a little over 12 million people. And since Hillcrest is a destination, it's easy to draw into those areas. We have created programs where we can advertise for free in all of those markets and states on a trade basis. We advertise a package and we do a 50-50 deal. So we just adjust the price and all that information will be passed on. But radio, television, and print is all advertised all over the country to help draw people to us without any cost at all. Here's some links to supporting documents. If you're really interested in this, I suggest that you get into some of these. The PDF document that I've just gone through can be downloaded on the first link. There is a business plan with income projections, the forest plan, the fish and wildlife plan, the conservation. There's a general media kit. Sports media put together a naming rights package to sell naming rights to this piece of property. The intern program is laid out, also the manual and guidelines, revenue opportunities in all the different departments so your imagination can just go crazy there. The wedding planning and wedding packages and pricing that are available, the membership outlines, the health and wellness program, more information about the amphitheater and amphitheater sponsorships, the replacement cost analysis, which was done last year, all of the social media and intellectual property links. So what I would suggest is that you look into all this information, you get ready to bid, because you're certainly going to have access to one of the most unique and amazing income producing properties in America. Good luck to you, and please re-register early to get your number.